guys, it's Alina here, and today I am doing a Snapchat Q&A. So I put on my social media for you guys to send me your questions via Snapchat, and I am going to answer them now. So before we get started, we should give this video a big thumbs up if you love Snapchat Q&As and you want me to do more of them. And don't forget to check the description box and add me on Snapchat if you haven't already. So let's jump into the questions. I'm kind of nervous. I haven't opened any of the snaps, so there might have to be a lot of editing. Here's hoping that people didn't say anything weird. Okay, the first one is from Nettie. Let me make sure my volume is right up.
Hi Alina, it's Nettie from Australia. I wanted to ask you, if you could go anywhere in the world, where would you choose to go?
Ah, I love that. That's a good one. Okay, so I have kind of like issues with traveling at this point. A lot of people are like, where would you love to travel to? And I have a lot of anxiety thinking about traveling to somewhere where I'm not fluent in the language. So I'm fluent in Spanish and English, so that still leaves me options. But even in those Spanish-speaking countries, there's so much turmoil in them that it really stresses me out. I know someone that knows someone that he went to Mexico and he never came back. They basically arrested him and he's been in a Mexican jail since. So it's just very uncomfortable to me to like leave the safety of my country and potentially get into a problem. So I mean, London, I feel like I would go to London or Spain or any of those countries. I guess Australia, I would totally go to Australia to visit Nettie because she's awesome. And I feel like Australia is kind of like a safer place to go. The only concern I have about Australia is the fact that it's, I think, a 23-hour flight, which is like, my goodness, how many videos can you watch in 23 hours? It's like crazy to me. And I know that there probably wouldn't be Wi-Fi, so it freaks me out to be away from the world for that long. I feel like I would get really antsy. I've been to Paris, which is the only place outside of like the Caribbean and Central America that I've been to. And that flight from here is about 7.5 hours, and I literally was like getting really antsy. So I don't know if I could actually make that flight. I know this is a long-winded answer or whatever, but I don't know. I just had a really bad experience when I went to Paris, like with the police there. And if you guys want me to do a story time video on that, just give this video a thumbs up and comment below. It was really scary to me. And not knowing the language was a big problem. So to answer Annette's question, I guess the only place I would definitely consider going to if I could like borrow someone's Ambien is Australia. Let's see who else. What? Sorry, people are sending me creepy photos because I usually don't have my Snapchat open to everyone. So they took the opportunity to send me creepy photos, which is great. But so yeah, I'm just busy blocking.
Hey, love your channel. Do you think you're going to go any other hair colour other than purple? Thanks.
Oh, that's a good question. So this is Charlotte Pugh. I hope I said that right. Is her last name. She's one of my subscribers for a long time, so hopefully she's watching this. I have a long list of colors that I want to do, but I feel like purple has become, well, for starters, purple's my favorite color, so that's why it was the first choice for me. But it's kind of become like my brand, I guess, just because especially on Periscope, like people on Periscope don't know me with any other hair colors. Like you guys know me with brown hair first. I do want to do some sort of like gray. I want to do like lavender. Lavender was the original color I wanted to do. But right now I have to wait until all the hair that had box dye, which I'm sure it's probably like around here or so, I have to wait for all of that to grow out because you basically have to get to like a white to get to those like grays and light pastel colors, but definitely those colors. I will never do all over green. It's just not for me. I don't like it. I don't like how it fades. I don't think I would do pink all over either because I don't like how it turns into like an orangey, like blondish weird color when it fades. Well, I guess it depends on the kind of pink you do. I don't know. I think for the most part, the purples and all that are what I really like, and the grays. But who knows? I didn't think I would like blue in my hair, but I let my stylist do it, and it suits me. Thanks for your question. It's like so bizarre. Okay, a lot of these people didn't even send questions. They just sent their like creepy snaps.
Hi Alina.
Yeah.
What is your daily skincare routine and the products you use?
Ooh, that's a good one. I don't think I've ever done a video on my daily skincare routine. It changes here and there, but right now I always use just like a regular type of cleanser. Right now I'm using like the Neutrogena, I think it's their gentle cleanser. It comes in the white bottle. I like it for the morning time because it like clears off any sort of oils from overnight and whatnot, but it's not super harsh. But really any cleanser I feel like that's not a super creamy cleanser will do that. I don't know, I'm an oily girl, so I like to feel like it's clearing off a bunch. So I always do that for morning. And then I always use a toner. Right now I'm using the Peter Thomas Roth, I forget which kind of toner it is. I got it on sale at Sephora and I'm trying it out. I use that one, and then I'm using currently the Sephora, a Sephora like serum. I'll list like all the specific items down below, but it's a Sephora serum, and then I use the Benefit like facial moisturizer, the SPF 15 one. That's what I use in the morning time. And then I always use an eye cream. Right now I think I'm using it's one from L'Oreal. I can't remember the actual name of it, just because I'm trying to try out different products. Nighttime, the way that I switch it up is I use the Philosophy like Purity Wash, because I find that it takes off all of my makeup really, really easily. And then again, I use the same toner, the same serum. I use a night cream instead. Right now I'm using like a little sample I got of, I think it's from Ole Henriksen. I'm just gonna have to list them all below. The thing is, I'm trying different products here and there. Like there's certain ones that stay the same, like the Purity Wash is always there. And the steps are always the same, but I'm always trying to try different products, especially since I have a lot on hand and I'm on a no-buy, so I'm trying to like try new things. But yeah, and then an eye cream. And then for neck cream, I was using the Tarte Maracuja neck treatment, which I'm gonna talk about actually in my empties video, like my thoughts on it. But right now I'm using a sample that I got of Exuviance neck cream, and I do that morning and night. So that's my skincare routine. I try to stick to the same steps. Yeah, I think my biggest thing though for skincare is making sure I don't fall asleep with my makeup on. I think that is like the worst thing you can do. At least for me, the next day I'll have a pimple. Like my skin does not like it at all. And it's not really good for you at all to do.
Hi Alina, it's Jen, and I was wondering, how do you make your eyeliner stay in place all day? Thank you.
I hate to say it, but I don't. My eyeliner does not stay. What the heck? The light just, whoop. I feel like we're about to be taken. My eyeliner doesn't actually usually stay all day. As far as like on the lid, like it does, and that's because I always use an eyelid primer. Right now I'm using the Too Faced Shadow Insurance. As far as like the wings, that's the part that like tends to disappear. Usually if I'm needing my makeup to last for the whole day, I bring eyeliner with me. And I don't think it's necessarily that I'm doing anything wrong, it's just that my eyes get super watery, and I don't like to use waterproof eyeliners a lot because I find that they really, really irritate my eyes. Like I feel like they make my eyelids itchy. I don't know if my eyes are watering because maybe the products that I'm using, I find that my nose waters a lot too, like my nose gets runny, not waters. I've been told that means I'm probably allergic to some of my makeup items, but I'm just so attached to my makeup that I don't want to find out which one it is because I don't want to have to give it up. But yeah, so my eyeliner stays on probably because of the primer, and also I always use the setting spray, the Urban Decay All Nighter setting spray. But as far as the wings, like because my eyes get watery, it just doesn't, they don't stay on all day. I usually have to retouch them at some point.
What do you use to edit your pictures and your videos?
Nice, okay. So the question's from Cece. So as far as my pictures, I use two different apps. So I use Facetune. If you guys want me to do a video on how I edit my pictures, I'll be happy to do that. Just give the video a thumbs up and comment below specifically for that. So I use Facetune, and for Facetune, I use it for smoothing anything out, amplifying any detail. I have a friend that she uses to like lighten the pictures as well. But what I usually do is I take that photo after I've like edited it in there, and then I move over to the other app I use, which is Camera Plus. And the Camera Plus is a good app because it helps you change the exposure and all that. So usually I'll pop it in there and brighten it up, but you can do like all kinds of stuff. They have filters in there, they have different like overlays and things you can do. So those are the two main ones that I use for my photos. If I need to do any sort of like collage, I usually use Diptyque, and I'll list all these down below. As far as my videos, I use iMovie. I try to get my lighting decent enough because I don't like to mess with the coloring settings on there, like on the clips, because I find that it's really hard to get a uniform look if you're like messing with it, because for whatever reason, I don't know, I suck at it. I'm self-taught and iMovie is hard enough as it is. Eventually I would love to get to Final Cut Pro, but right now like I'm just using iMovie and I'm still learning new things every day on iMovie. It's crazy. I don't know if maybe they're like sneaking updates on me and like adding new features, or if I'm just really that clueless and didn't find them, but iMovie is what I use for my videos. I don't want this video to be too long, but I will do a few more.
What is your favorite affordable moisturizer to use during the day?
Okay, that's a good question. That's from Naomi. Favorite affordable moisturizer? I would probably say one of my favorite ones that I've had from the drugstore was from Olay, and it was their Total, I think it's called Total 7, and it comes in like a goldish and black bottle. I loved how that one felt. I love how my skin looked. I mean, I think it's a little more like high end for drugstore, like it's kind of on the higher end, but if you get like a coupon, it's amazing. I was using it a lot, especially when I was like really heavy into couponing because I got such a good deal on it. But I really like that. I think it's Total Effects 7, and it's got like 7 different, I guess, things that it does. But yeah, I'll list the specific name because I suck at remembering names, but that's probably my favorite one that I've tried at the drugstore. Oh my god. Okay. Why? Okay. I think I don't want to open any more of these. It's getting really creepy. I don't know if I like the Snapchat Q&A stuff. I don't know if I'll do Snapchat Q&A again. This is really, I'm gonna have to block a lot of people because it's kind of creepy. Well, for those of you guys that sent me a nice question, thank you. For those of you guys that sent me creepy stuff, you suck. Like, get a life. You're just creepy as F. Like, I can't even believe like, some of the stuff that I just saw. Anywho, so yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this really brief Snapchat Q&A. Sorry that it was a lot of creepers. I don't know what about me attracts that, I guess. So if you guys want me to answer any other questions, just leave them in the comments and I'll go ahead and respond to them there. So yeah, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and I hope you guys have a great one. See ya.